Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I groom and style my brows at home. So we're going to go from these hairy brows onto perfect looking brows. So first off, I'm going to grab my brow pencil, and with the spoolie side, I'm going to start brushing up the brow hairs. Grabbing the pencil side, we're going to place it on the side of the nose upwards like this, and we're going to draw a little dot on the inner part of the brow, and this is going to tell you how far in your brow should be. Now moving the pencil outwards like this, making sure that it aligns with the outer part of your eye. This is going to tell you how far and long your eyebrow should be on the tail. And lastly, moving the pencil from the side of the nose, making sure that it goes right across the center of the eye. This is going to tell you where the brow arch should be, so just draw one last dot. Doing this step is totally optional, but if you're not used to doing your brows yourself, this is definitely gonna help you. Next, grabbing my tweezers, I'm gonna start removing all of the unwanted hair. Take your time with this. You don't want to go too high and remove more hair than you want. So I already know my shape and I basically know how high I can go, but if you're not used to doing your brows yourself, be careful. And I actually switched to these other tweezers that are a little bit longer and pointy that allow me to be more precise. Just take your time, go all around, remove all of the unwanted hair on the bottom, top, side, unibrow, anywhere that you don't want any of those extra hairs. And just make sure that you don't remove hairs that are inside of those marks that we created at the beginning, because if you do, you're gonna mess up with your brow shape. And then I'm just gonna move on to the other brow, but I'm gonna speed it up a bit. For the next step, I'm going to grab my spoolie and brush the brows upward, making sure that the hairs really stay up, because we're going to trim the excess using these little scissors and just remove anything that's sticking out on the top. Be careful, it's better that you cut little by little than if you cut too much. You can go back and forth between brushing the brows and cutting more if you need to. And now we're gonna do the opposite, and we're gonna brush the brows downward, and you're gonna notice that there are some hairs that will be sticking out too long, and those are the hairs that you wanna trim with the scissors. At this point, you don't wanna trim too much, so just do what's necessary, and that should be for the trimming. So that is one brow completed, and I'm gonna move on to the other brow, but I'm just gonna speed it up a bit. I'm following the same steps, brushing the hair upwards and then cutting any excess on the top and also on the bottom. Lastly, I'm going to show you how I fill in my brows using makeup. This is my Sigma Beauty brow pomade and with an angled brush. And I'm actually mad because my camera stopped recording when I fill in my good brow, which is this one right here. But basically all you want to do is follow the shape of your brow and fill in the entire brow with your brow product, and just brush everything out with a spoolie. I personally use both a brow pomade and also a brow pencil, because sometimes the pomade doesn't fill in all of the gaps and the pencil can be a little bit more precise, but that's totally optional. You can totally use any brow product that you like to use. This is just what I have been using at the moment. I'm also using my Sigma Beauty brow gel, and this is just to seal the brows and make sure that my brow hairs don't move anywhere. And I'm just going to speed it up for the other brow, but just following the same steps, filling in with the brow pomade and following with a brow pencil just to fill in the gaps of the brow. Alright, and lastly, this is totally optional, but if you're extra picky like me and you like extra clean brows, I actually use a facial blade like this one and go around the top of the brows, the side, the bottom, the in-between brow, and I actually just shave and remove any additional hair that might have been left over, maybe just peach fuzz and anything like that. It just makes your brows look extra clean, but that's totally optional. Just be very careful as you don't want to remove extra hair. And that is it, you guys. That is how I groom and style my brows at home. What a difference, right? I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial and that it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.